Hey everybody, Steve from Alpine Islands here, and it is Thursday the 15th of January, and I've got a bit of bad news to share. Actually, I've got some good news too, and the good news is, look at this view. You can never go wrong when you're out in the beauty of nature, where it's quiet and where you can just see the perspective of everything, and that's why I love coming out even when the conditions suck. Bad news is the conditions absolutely suck. Okay, I'm standing right now in a little post hole where you can see I kind of backtracked as I was talking, and then boom. So that's what we call a breakable crust, and that is really not a lot of fun to ski or ride on or travel on because of like this situation. You're going to lose a lot of energy just climbing up and sucking down while you still think you're going to float on top of the surface, and it boom sinks down. So it's a bit demoralizing and a big energy suck. Reason for that is we had a bunch of fresh pow last week, and then the weather turned to become warm rain all the way to the peak, and I think up to 3,700 meters, which is unseasonably warm and very unfortunate for this time of year because now the top layer of the snowpack is just inundated with water. The big change here is the cold temperatures didn't return, so now it's getting warm and slushy on top. And it was actually like not too bad to ride down on my snowboard, but not anything you'd really want to seek out. It was, just if you're in survival mode or something like that. I'm actually really curious to see what's underneath because I've never seen a snowpack like this in 20 years since I've been intentionally looking at the snowpack since I got my Ops 1 certificate. So yeah, it's for snow science and study, it's going to be a very interesting snowpack. Yeah, the things that I'm looking for is how upside down is this snowpack? Like, did it freeze a bunch? And I mean, obviously it froze significant enough to have me stand on top when I was, wading in the snow kind of waist deep last week. But we'll see just how bad it is. I'm just going to look kind of right here on this snowdrift, a little bit further away so it's not fully just a wind-loaded thing. Okay, it's about 200, so that's about the depth it was before. I think this side's a little more wind-loaded because we got the trees stopping in any wind that comes straight over the ridge. But I think that's good enough to dig here. I'm just going to double check to make sure that there's no rocks right where I'm going. Yeah, similar depth. Oh yeah, that's much deeper. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's just catching in there. So this should give us a good, I'm kind of confident in this little range. We make that kind of the edge of the pit. So I'm just gonna look now, see what we got. Okay, pencil thickness, super hard. Okay, now it's getting to 4 finger-ish. Okay, 4 finger, oh, it's almost there, that's a fist, see? So it's really soft. Goes from pencil to 4 finger to fist. There's no bueno. I guess back 4 finger. Okay, so that's hard, but just that bit, that's definitely an upside down snowpack. So I'm just gonna kind of do a quick measurement using my probe. So it goes pencil down to 15 centimeters down, then at 35 centimeters down we get a fist, and then at 50 it goes 4 finger again all the way down to about 100. So that's a weird snowpack for being at the surface. And then it's just a question of how saturated is it gonna get up top. But because it froze, that's gonna take a while to penetrate. So now I'm just curious how it's gonna move when we give it the old tap tap. Taparoo. Okay. All right, we're down to 150. So without wasting too much time, I'm gonna tap. And I think we've got enough battery to get through it. Okay, so here we go. So we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm a bit below it, so it's going to be harder to go from the elbow and shoulder, but I'll try and compensate. 1, 2. Oh, okay, we got a break right there at medium. Okay. So that was right where the fist, where it gets kind of fisty. Okay, so there's a layer there, and that was a clean kind of planar layer. I'm gonna see if I can get it to move. 4, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. See if we can get that to move. Oh yeah. Pretty clean. So that is, oh, and then there's a second slab up top. That's just that breakable crust that just came right off. So that's not bonded, okay? And then that fisty layer is not bonded. So the top bit can roll on that, and then if we have any other rigmarole going, then we're gonna not have a good time. I'm just gonna take a look at this interface. Doesn't look too bad. I don't have my loop with me, it's just up in my pack, but yeah, the snow doesn't seem too bad, but I don't like that it's just not bonded. And what a clean break that was, because it just happened right when I did the medium tap. Not what you want to see, really. That's a significant amount of snow, and especially just that hard bit. Luckily, not a lot of people are going to be skiing on that top garbage layer, but it can definitely step down. So then now let's do the hard taps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, not much else in the column moved, but see if I shear it. That's that other layer where it went back down to. It's still 4 fingers, so, but that is that's the second time. That's not what we want, people. Okay, that was just after hand shearing at the end, so that's a lot of snow on top of it. Good news is yeah, it's pretty solid there. There's another layer we broke off. Okay, kind of non-planar, but I'm not shearing anything else. But yeah, just like I suspected, a couple suspect layers that you don't really want to be playing with too much. So yeah, still in assessment mode. Now that I've assessed this, I'm gonna assess it maybe in a few days after it's been really warm. So I would not, recommend traveling an avalanche terrain, obviously, or just, this is a day to go on the resort and just lap some groomers, get your hot dog attire out, and just enjoy, or go snowshoeing. Snowshoeing's great. I think a lot of people poo-poo it, but it's hiking on the snow, and you don't need to stick to a trail. Obviously, stay out of avalanche terrain there too, but yeah, I'm gonna stay in assessment mode and then reassess after a few days of this all warming. But I wouldn't go in the backcountry for the next. I think it's supposed to be warm for at least 5 days, so there's no point in trying to travel in avalanche terrain, unless, like I said, yeah, you go into simple terrain and you just take a snowshoe and you learn to meditate, and you maybe build a jump, or you take your dog, take your kids. Don't let it stop you from enjoying nature, but just don't try and get rad and sendy, and you should be okay. yeah, look at the ATES map. If you're here in Canada, that's really good. I think in the US they do overlays on CalTopo, but you know, stay under 30 degrees. That's the number one rule of thumb, and stay out of big paths where there's overhead hazard. And yeah, just come back to do it again another day. I'm gonna get myself out of this hole and go home and pick up my kids. So until next time.